This podcast is brought to you by Molten Balls, official ball of the UPSL. Hey footy fans, I'm Dennis Pope and I'm here with Ardette Dakari. We're back again with the UPSL Podcast. Lots to cover this week. We're going to do UPSL speed debate again, and I have a conversation with Pacific Side FC owner Ivan Nichols. We may even take some questions from Twitter. All on this episode of the UPSL Podcast.
Alright everybody, it's speed debate time. We haven't done this recently, but glad we're doing it again. Just to refresh your memory, one of us picks a question, one of us asks it, the other person's got to take a stance on it. You ready, Dennis?
Let's do it.
Alright, I'm going first. Is Christian Ensal a first ballot UPSL Hall of Famer?
Oh, it's got to be that way. He's the first two-time UPSL Player of the Week. He won the award in the springtime, and he won it again just this past week for his play with the Santa Clarita Storm. The guy scores goals from the wingback position. He plays forward. He can do it all.
And you know, Christian Ensal used to play for El Salvador's youth national team. No surprise there that he's been a two-time UPSL Player of the Week. Your turn, Dennis.
What am I going to come up with here? Can Pacific Side FC surpass FC Golden State's goal total from last season? FC Golden State scored more than 100 goals in the spring season. Pacific Side's got 20 so far this fall season through 3 games.
Is it possible? I would say it is, but I'm going to say I think they're going to fall a little short of it.
Yeah, 102 goals was what FC Golden State scored last season. That's a ton of goals. But Pacific Side FC has a bunch of former MLS, USL, PDL players, and if anybody in the championship division can do it, they can. All right, Art, your turn.
All right, here we go. Who won the 1-1 draw between the LA Wolves and OCFC 2?
Oh, without a doubt, it's got to be the LA Wolves on this one. I heard that the goal that OCFC scored came on a botched offside call, and LA Wolves had a bunch of chances that they were just unlucky on.
You know, I was actually at that game. You know, I actually remember what you're talking about. People are saying there was a botched offsides call. It's hard for me to, look back at that. We don't have an instant replay that I was able to see, but I can't say that LA Wolves won that game clear cut. I think OCFC really put up a good fight. They're very well organized.
All right, a couple more questions here. Let's see what's next. Is OC Invicta the odds-on favorite to win the UPSL's Western Conference Pro Premier Division?
From what I've heard, I'm going to say yes, they are the favorite so far. They have some talented players. Mind you, a good amount of those talented players they have were members of the LA Wolves during the 2017 spring season. So without a doubt right now, I'll say they are the favorites, especially when they have players like Paulo Cardoso.
Nah, no way. I still think this is the LA Wolves division to lose. They've brought in a ton of good players to replace those players like Paulo Cardoso, and I think they're only getting better.
Well, time will tell. It's going to be an exciting season. All right, let's see what I got next.
Second to last question.
This is a good one. Who's the better UPSL coach? Paul Caligiuri or Eric Winalda?
Well, I think I'm going to surprise Art here and say Paul Caligiuri. He's the only coach currently coaching in the UPSL. Eric Winalda's left the LA Wolves to move on to some other ventures. And OCFC, they're a talented side, and Paul Caligiuri organizes them well.
And when you say OCFC, well, when you're talking UPSL, remember, it's OCFC too. But when talking about Paul Caligiuri, he had a really awesome season with OCFC, their senior squad, this past season in the NPSL.
So we're not going to talk about Eric Winalda at all?
Well, we have talked about Eric Winalda. He's led the Wolves all the way to the title for the spring UPSL championship. But, you've said it already. You think Paul Caligiuri is the better coach at the UPSL level, and I'm going to agree with that.
Well said, well said. All right, last question. What's the best part about UPSL Texas expansion? Katy Tigres FC out of Katy, Texas recently joined the league, opening up the Texas market for the UPSL.
You know, in all honesty, the best thing about the expansion into Texas is that it just continues to show how much the UPSL is growing. And it seems like just week by week we're hearing about the UPSL expanding. And, you know, my next question is, where is the UPSL going to expand next? I mean, Texas is such a huge state. You got a lot of soccer fans there, and it's just only that much better for the league.
The best part about Texas expansion is barbecue. I can't wait to get down to Austin. Oh, baby, it's going to be so tasty. I can't wait.
All right, you're making me hungry talking about Texas barbecue. And when we come back, we'll have a conversation with Ivan Nichols of Pacific Side FC.
They got some pretty good barbecue there in Bakersfield, too. And we're here with Ivan Nichols. He's the owner of Pacific Side FC out of Bakersfield, California. Ivan, thanks for coming on the show.
And thanks for having me.
Pacific Side FC is 3-0 in the Western Conference Championship Division. How has the team been able to find success so early in the season?
It's really exciting because we have a broad range of players that with experience. I knew coming into this that we'd get players, but with the experience that we have, I know we have players that have played MLS, USL, and some PDL experience in Division One that I wasn't expecting to have at the very beginning. But we found our success through basically everyone playing together and taking their experience and then applying it to the game. We started in the Champions Division just because we didn't know what we were going to have.
So far, outscoring teams 20-1. Where's all the offense coming from?
It's depending on what we see, what kind of formation the other team has. We're able to change the formation to what we want. We know with the roles of every player. If we see a weakness in a team, we know how to attack it. I mean, that's basically where we stand right now.
Tell me about some of the players you have.
One of them actually played for Chivas USA. His name's Leon Martin. He's 32 now. Our players range. Our youngest player is Armando Alvarez and Angel Solorio. They're both 16 coming into the season. They just turned 17, both in high school. They're excited to play and trying to get into college. While we have other players like Leon Martin, Justin Finch, Chris Orozco, Chris Whitty. I mean, we've all played at every single level in the pyramid, and we're excited to get involved with the community and try to build up and climb the U.S. soccer pyramid.
Now, you guys took your shot in U.S. Open Cup qualifying and played a really exciting game against Las Vegas Mobsters. Unfortunately, You guys dropped that game in overtime. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, I was going to say, tell us a little bit about it.
It was our second game actually playing together. It was just mistakes that led to the goals. I mean, we didn't have that cohesiveness to last the whole game. We should have switched some things up, but I mean, it was an experience basically. We knew what we had to come against. We knew it was a team that was formerly a PDL team and we had players that played against them. We knew some of the players on the team. I mean, it was holding that together, and a little bit of inexperience in the young players in the back, but we know where those weaknesses are, and we fix them right away. So hopefully that doesn't happen in the future.
Now you guys look forward to pretty much trying to dominate the rest of the championship division calendar.
Yes, we are. We're looking at Lionside right now because we're both 3-0, and I know we have both of them. We play them at the end of the season, so it's going to be exciting to play for that first spot. I mean, it's also very early in the season to know where everyone's going to stand and know what kind of level that we're going to be up against. But right now we have our eyes on Lionside just because they're keeping up almost to the same goal differential and the amount of goals that we have. So it'll be an exciting game.
And looking ahead, how exciting is the prospect of promotion to the Pro Premier Division?
I mean, it's really good. It keeps our players wanting to push even more. I know even in the spring we're going to get a lot of college players around Bakersfield, and that's what's great about being here is that aside from other places, Bakersfield, in order to get a higher level of play, it used to be having to travel to Fresno an hour 45 minutes, or traveling to LA an hour and a half, 2 hours. Now we have something local, and we have a great pool of players. We're getting the best in the Kern County, and we're also building a community, a whole community of soccer here, and getting involved and trying to build a fan base right away. So, I mean, it's looking really good.
As an expansion team, how quickly is the word spreading?
Right now, I mean, based off of our Facebook posts, they're getting about 3,000 looks in a couple of days. So, I mean, we've been on the radio. We're connecting with American Outlaws of Bakersfield to come support our team. A lot of our players, I mean, we've developed from the Fresno community, which we got involved with the Fresno Fuego, the former PDL team, and they have the Fire Squad. We're trying to build something similar to that with the American Outlaws and getting involved in the community and building it up. So, I mean, we got all the clubs looking to help us in forming a fan base, basically, with our sponsors. So, I mean, it's exciting.
Ivan, we look forward to the rest of the season. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And when we come back, we'll answer your questions on Twitter.
Do you want to advertise with the fastest growing pro development soccer league in the country? Advertise with the UPSL. You'll reach more than 70 markets in 10 different states. Go to upslsoccer.com. Follow us on Twitter at UPSL Soccer.
Okay, everybody, it's time for us to answer your Twitter questions. You know where to find us, at the UPSL Podcast on Twitter. Let's see what we got here. Looks like I got a two-part question. This is from Garrett Kerber. First, he says, with the addition of the Midwest Division, how close is the league to a full countrywide division? And also, who are the favorites in the Midwest Division other than Bavarians?
Well, how close are we to a nationwide league? We just added Texas today, and who knows who it could be tomorrow. As far as who else we like in the Midwest Division, well, some of my personal favorites are Oakland County FC and Aurora Borealis SC. Oakland County, they got a good model there, and I really think they're going to be successful. Aurora Borealis is still active in the U.S. Open Cup qualifying stages, so you know there's some talent there.
First, I want to say very good questions there. As in, who are the favorites in the Midwest besides Bavarians? You mentioned some good teams. I like the Croatian Eagle Soccer Club, and believe it or not, they were established in 1922, and they claim to be the oldest soccer club in North America.
There's going to be some really exciting games in that division come the spring. Carpathia FC, Cedar Rapids Rampage, Elgin Pumas, Madison 56ers, Muskegon Risers, RWB Adria out of Chicago, and Toledo, Ohio's Via SC are all quality clubs who are primed to make names for themselves in the UPSL.
All right, everybody, that's it. We'd like to thank Ivan Nichols of Pacific Side FC for taking the time to join us on the UPSL podcast. For Dennis Pope, I'm Ardif Takari. Dennis, any final thoughts?
Thank you, Orange County firefighters.
We'll see you next time on the UPSL podcast.